Okay, thank you, the Prime Minister. What a wonderful uplifting speech you've just rendered to the Biafran people. I believe by now you should have figured out that they love you so much. And I also want to thank the BRGIE cabinet and everybody that played a role in making today possible. My special thanks, our message goes to our prophet, the Jesus of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu's teachings and preliminary work made this day possible. Even though the zoo may not give him the opportunity to tune into this event, I am sure his spirit is here with us. I also have a special message to the politicians and their surrogate who are serving as agents for subjugation and deprivation of our people. I believe that our forefathers did not
Welcome to Biafra Watch TV,
society,
where we
and
monitor the
events
events
and their surrogates
of Biafra, events leading to the rebirth of the nation state of Biafra.
Today, Biafrans,
for the avoidance of doubt, Biafra existed as a modern free state between 1967 and 1970, before they were forced back into Nigeria.
Where our properties
but
are
now
protected,
they are opting out
where
again.
we have the right to vote,
Like play,
right to be
they are going.
for.
They are now dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. The event we are bringing you today is an event on the 20th day of October 2023 at a conference called Biafra Referendum Conference in Finland. They adopted the Biafra Charter. Please watch.
So with that, I will go ahead and read the charter. As you can see, it's carefully displayed on the screen there. The charter is a document. The Biafra Charter is the organic foundational agreement for establishment of a national structure, governance structure, governing authority, and a basic code of conduct for the functionaries and peoples of Biafra. The Charter is a formal instrument which at once constitutes authority, mandate, contract, memorandum, terms of reference. I wouldn't read line by line, I will just focus on the structure of the document because we are running short of time. The purpose of the Charter, the primary purpose of the Charter is to establish an enduring national structure, governance structure, and basic code of conduct for the people and functionaries as directed by the people of Biafra, which contribute to and inform a future national constitution. Organization of the Charter. The document is sectionalized into Biafra Charter Authorization, the federal structure of Biafra, the Charter constituting the government of the Federation of Biafra, the Declaration of 9 Basic Laws, amendments. So this is the section that deals with the charter authorization. Whereas the peoples and the nation of Biafra and their land and property find themselves under physical, sociology, political, economic, and psychological subjugation since the 1914 amalgamation of the Southern and Northern protectorates, and has continued under different political dispensations by the state of Nigeria, in particular since 1970. A state of occupation by Nigeria of Biafra has existed and continues to exist with indiscriminate killings of Biafra people, forceful disappearances of Biafra people, unlawful invasion, destruction of properties, government-sponsored invasion of indigenous communities, and being aided by the military, police, and other security agencies with the main objective of ethnic cleansing, land grabbing, and Islamization. Much of this, the Prime Minister's speech already captured, so I will just move quickly to the other segments of the document. This section deals with mandate of BDFG, which is the other arm of government having BRGIE and BDFG working hand in hand to perform all the functions that the government is supposed to perform for people of Biafra. So this is the structure of BDFG. The Biafra de facto government shall consist of two arms: a Biafra Republic government in exile, based outside of Biafra, and a Biafra government within Biafra, to be known as Biafra Republic government in the homeland. Both arms shall function in tight coordination and in harmony, with the BRGIE in the apex role. So this section deals with functions of BDFG. And this section deals with conduct. The conduct of the Biafra de facto government shall at all times adhere to basic principles and laws of the Biafra Charter. This section deals with TAM. This section deals with the national structure of Biafra. Biafra shall be constituted of autonomous, self-governing, self-regulating entities called states, along with their respective populations who have mutually decided and mutually chosen to create an umbrella governance system called the Government of the Federation of Biafra, otherwise known as Confederating States of Biafra, CSB. So this, as it stands, will be the official name of our nation, to which these participating states give the power and authority carried out through the instrument of properly and formally elected representation of the states to constitute the government of the Confederating States of Biafra, with all the implications of government thereof, including to represent as a nation all the participating states in all areas where such is required, and this customary practice of modern sovereign and independent nations, such as defense and national security, national airspace and international waters definition and management, international trade, foreign exchange management, international relationships and diplomacy, international borders, boundary definition and management, citizenship and related issues, including passport and visas, currency and census. So this section deals with the participant states. The concept, use, and practice of states are designed to ensure autonomy and respect for every group, to encourage the unhindered thriving of every group, unhindered thriving of every group that is currently lacking in the enclave called Nigeria. To protect, preserve, and respect the right of ownership and management by each group of its own natural, material, and socio-cultural resources, and to ensure adequate and equitable representation, both locally and at the national level, thereby retaining real power in the hands of the communities. The geographic subunits qualifying as states and the criteria to be used will be determined by the peoples of Biafra, conscious of functional capability, practicality, and stability factors. There shall be 33. That's made up of 32 states plus Ebube, which is the capital of Biafra. Unless 33 states, unless and or otherwise amended by the peoples of Biafra. Membership of a state shall be automatic for all native peoples and other residents of the provincial community at the time of creation of the state. Residence within a state will be determined by the state and in accordance with federal constitution. All rights of citizenship of Biafra will be respected and enjoyed by all. The laws of Biafra shall take precedence over the laws of states. The states will be divided into counties. Counties are geographic subdivisions of the state. Each state shall be made up of 3 senatorial districts, with each district comprising of 5 counties as described in relevant confederating states of Biafra structure and governance publication. Counties are the equivalent of local government areas and function as such. Districts refer to groupings of geographic locations for the purposes of representation. At the national level, districts refer to the collection of counties that constitute senatorial districts. 5 counties constitute a senatorial district, and the House of Representatives have 3 counties. At the state level, a district is a county, while at the county level, a district is a group of 5 designated towns. The charter constituting the government of the nation of Biafra. This area deals with the preamble. We, the peoples of Biafra, in praise of God, do hereby proclaim this government of Biafra by the power and authority of our common law founded in the express free will of our peoples. We do solemnly declare the promise of Biafra's posterity and our common commitment to the freedom, liberty, respect of human rights, prosperity, happiness, and fulfillment of ourselves and the generations of Biafrans to come. So this section deals with declaration of principles. I will just scroll through them because of time. This section deals with Article 1, the structure and powers of the government of Biafra. We have legislative, we have the People's Council, we have council membership and service. This section is the nation's charter there shall be a nation's chamber comprised of thoughtful and judicious persons elected from their communities for their wisdom and their character in society with the powers as enumerated above. So this section deals with nations, chamber membership and service. Article 2 deals with judiciary, membership to judiciary. Article 3 deals with ministerial. For the sake of the Prime Minister being here, I will read through this. There shall be a council of ministers with the first minister serving as first among equals. The office and official title of the first minister shall be Prime Minister. The Prime Minister shall be elected by a majority vote of the people of Biafra. The Prime Minister shall have primary executive powers subject to oversight by the nation's chamber. The Prime Minister shall have the power to veto legislative measures enacted by the People's Council, but such a veto shall be overturned by 3/5 vote of the People's Council. Section 2 deals with membership of Ministerial Council. Section 3 deals with ministerial posts. Article 4, Section 1, community government. Section 2, tiers of community government. And Section 3, community government functions structure. Section 4, powers of community government. And Article 5, all representative membership of the government in Biafra shall be by open ballot election by the people. Pay attention to this. Elections must aspire to the highest ideals of democracy. Biafra will have a national database from which individuals that attain voting age, which in this case is 18, will be automatically registered and issued a voting card. All eligible voters shall have their choice without intimidation. Individuals engaging in voter intimidation shall be prosecuted according to the law. It is the responsibility of the Biafra government to enroll citizens when they turn 18. This section is declaration of 9 basic laws. First one is identity. The identity of each individual is traceable through the mechanism and family of human species, the larger family or circle of the universe, to an ultimate original principle which may be personified or personalized in a manner that affords the most meaning to the individual. Therefore, the individual is seen as a direct expression of that original principle. The Charter shall not allow, respect, or support any law or laws which by their nature or application or implementation diminish or mitigate against this attribute and identity of the individual. Rights. The basic and original rights of an individual are not earned and not assigned, but naturally accrue to the individual by virtue of the fact of the individual's identity as recognized above, whence such rights derive. The Charter shall not allow or respect any arrogation resulting in the deliberate or calculated curbing or denial of such rights. It goes into detail to deal with it. This section is laws. The goal of laws is to set common standards and common reasonable boundaries governing relations between or among individuals or parties for their mutual benefit. It is self-evident that all laws are constructed by human beings and for human beings and are designed to deal with human perceptions, conflicts, uncertainties, anxieties, and vulnerabilities. Since laws reflect changing human needs, human understanding, and perceptions, laws are not to be static, but are to be reviewed and revised accordingly, always with the goal of protecting the basic and original rights of the individual and respecting the individual's inviolable identity as declared above. So this section deals with governance. The people shall choose how they will govern themselves. Such governance will always function in such a way that it is transparently obvious that indeed and in fact, the people are governing themselves by themselves. The fact that the people chose a mode or mechanism to effect governance shall never be construed to mean the ceding or handing over of the function, instrument, authority, and or power of governance to that mode or its agents and agencies. Such agents and agencies serve only at the discretion and pleasure of the people and yield as much power as delegated by and on behalf of the people. Ready to relinquish such at the command of the people. Under no circumstance shall the ownership of the power and other trappings and attributes of governance and governance itself leave the people or be taken from the people. This section deals with government. The people may choose government as a modality and agency to carry out the powers of governance. Such government becomes a service whose master is the people, whose terms are determined by the people, a service rendered for the people and to the people, functioning at the pleasure of the people for as long as the people desire its services. No government shall be or shall act as a master over the people or a master of the people. Above all, no government shall be independent of the people or set itself apart from the people or set itself as a parallel process or entity with regards to the people. No persons or agencies working in government shall rule over the people or rule the people or arrogate to him, herself or itself any powers or authorities of rulership of the people or over the people. But such must at all times be servants of and subordinate to the people, where full accountability and responsibility are required at all times. The people shall determine the form of government that suits the people consistent with the principles declared above, and their options shall not be limited to prevailing styles and forms around the contemporary world. The sole purpose of government is to facilitate within the authority, power, and resources allocated to it by the people in every manner feasible, the government, development, and fulfillment of the people in a safe, secure, healthy, and just environment. Secularity. The nation of Confederating States of Biafra is founded on the original identity principle, which declares the self-evident that the individual is an expression of the ultimate original principle, with whom or with which the individual shares and enjoys a unique, unalterable relationship. It is up to the individual to personalize and personify this relationship according to the individual's understanding. As such, the nation as a collective does not endorse any particular religion, and freedom of religion choice, association, and worship is guaranteed. The supreme laws that regulate and arbitrate interactional behavior and transactions among citizens of Biafra shall at all times derive from the nation's constitution, regardless of the party's religious affiliation. The nation of Confederating States of Biafra does not recognize as religions institutions that propagate hatred, bigotry, racism, sexism, and inequality of human beings as their primary doctrine, nor does it recognize as religion any institutions or institutional practices which do not recognize the foundational rights of the individual as declared above, or which, as a matter of doctrine, violates those rights. The nation of Confederating States of Biafra does not recognize as religions institutions which preach or practice coercion, including forced conversions or forced membership. No exceptions shall be made just because of the acceptance or classification of such institutions as religions elsewhere. Responsibility of citizenship. The prime duty and responsibility of every citizen is to know, respect, protect, and to defend the fundamental rights as declared above of other citizens and of himself, herself, all citizens being equal and treated equally without exception. A huge part of this duty is to make all efforts to ensure that the government and governance are under the direct control of the people at all times, and not the other way around. It is the supreme duty of the citizenry to own and exercise the sovereignty of the nation and not cede such to the state or to the government. Property ownership. The sanctity of rightful ownership is to be perceived at all times and in all circumstances, reflected by the respect of ownership rights, whether it be physical property, natural property, intellectual property, or any other form or type of property. Property of an individual, groups, institutions, or organization, or community or government property. The rights of ownership of property include but are not limited to control, maintenance, management, and disposition. Under no circumstance would the government violate such rights. Rather, government will use its instruments to determine, validate, and or assign rightful ownership in case of dispute or doubt, and to enforce laws which respect and protect these rights. International relationships. The people, through their government, shall determine the relationship of the nation of Confederating States of Biafra with other nations and states of the world. There should be no incongruity between the attitude of the peoples and their government towards any other nation. Confederating states of Biafra recognize and respect the rights of other individuals from other nations and the international rights of such nations and expect the same in return. The Confederating States of Biafra have a strong preference for mutually respectful international relationships. This charter may be modified or amended when necessary by 3/4 votes of the People's Council and 3/4 votes of the nation's chamber. Affirmation and approval. This charter is hereby authorized and affirmed by the approving hand of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Honorable Ekpa Simon Njoko, and by simple majority vote of cabinet members of Biafra Republic Government in Exile and Biafrans in attendance at the Helsinki Self-Referendum Convention 2023. I will leave the last sentence until the election is done.
All right, the appointed time is almost here. History is about to be made. Do you have your voting cards? Voting cards? If you don't have any, please hurry up and get some. And do we know how we are voting? Please. Okay, please listen. Listen up, everybody. Your voting cards. If you want to vote yes, you vote with blue. What are we voting for? Okay. We are voting now to adopt the charter. All right? If we vote majority yes, the charter becomes the law. If you want to vote no, I don't know why you're here, but if you want to vote no, you vote with the pink. Okay, so the voting, are we ready? The voting starts now. No, we are collecting the blue. We will collect them and we will count them so that the world will see.
property to provide basic amenity.
It's voting time now. It's time to cast the vote. Okay.
Either the flag of Biafra based on what I have never changed from it. The day we will come after the zoo, they will not know what I want Biafra.
Alexio, my man, you dey see our top-notch professionals.
I dey feel the energy, sir.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I feel the energy.
Smile at the smile.
It's not man. Time ever get the brain.
See people when they call miscreant. You see people when they no reach their toe, they call them miscreant.
Yes, all professionals then. Wow. When it started, I thought it was a play.
They said a joke.
Now you can feel the weight.
I say right now inside zoo, panic when these people they on panic mode.
Look, as I'm living there, let them enjoy the self-referendum. When they do the show, Mazi go just arrive.
Yeah, we don't see him.
Mazi go flight was delayed, but he just arrived.
Are you play that music?
Yes.
I mean, whether now you they play that music for background.
No, it's from their side. They are using to cast the vote. Should I mute it? They are using to cast the vote.
Okay.
If you want me to mute it, I can mute it. They are just using the music to cast the vote.
No, let it play. It's okay.
Very many years ago, I told you something.
And there are guys talking on the background. So.
In time to come, that the Janjaweed will come to our land.
The DJ no work. The DJ go school. The DJ sabi work.
The DJ sabi work, my man. That guy go school. When you say go school, remember to include in sabi book.
Right now,
Because people go school for Nigeria, they don't know nothing. They don't know book.
Yeah, the thing is making sense now. You know, a lot of people for so long now, nobody have seen time work by a person. Yeah. Nobody have seen a person, only broadcast. So people thought he was joking. But now when they see a person, you know, after today, there will be more seriousness. Because you have
they don't come out from online country, they don't they see and say this one they live and direct.
Yes.
You can feel and touch it, not be online country. And they used to hammer am for space.
Yes.
And they used to hammer am for space. Say we get the best government in exile the world has ever recorded. The best.
Yes.
The first in Africa.
All hail Biafra!
Biafra, we hail thee.
All hail Biafra! It's okay, the voting has ended.
Okay, let's arrange
the voting has ended.
My vote is 100%.
The voting has ended. Please get seated. Do you want to hear the results?
Yes, so I go there.
Okay.
Mahmoud,
do you want to hear the results?
Yeah.
All right. We have 220 votes, and all voted yes to
congratulations! Wow, 220 votes. Oh yes. Mahmoud goes there with the door with this family in the show.
And give us freedom. Have mercy on we Biafrans and give us freedom. We need our leader. Prophet Nnamdi, we need our leader. Mazi Nnamdi, we need our leader. Mazi Nnamdi. All right, so please, I call upon the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile to declare this charter.
This Edward, now one of our government in exile, have been another Edward. Is that Edward Ibe? Please unmute yourself, let we know.
Okay. Mr. Ado, are you here with us? Okay, Pierre want to give speech. The man himself. People say he cannot come out, but he come out in full force. Odeshi. Don't set he go.
I say he cover everywhere.
Let's go play. Don't play, man. Don't play. We ain't joking, man.
This is not child's play. It's adult fight.
If you don't love her, now you don't know what you gain.
Now you know what you gain. If you don't love her, now you know your problem. I know the demon where they back you up.
Unless you can do better than him because he's doing what he's got to do best and he's good at it. If you can do better, you will see some follow you.
Nah, do better now, make we follow you. If you don't do better, back away.
Accountability, you don't say again. You don't say accountability. That guy never hear his name again. Here was one who promoted him before. Accountability.
They don't hide their face now.
I have not seen him again ever since he opened accountability group. They love the account for themselves. The PM himself, I put for full screen. The PM himself.
Make sure you have your own flag. Make sure you have your own flag.
Where that man say flag, not there, your now. See never see Biafra flag. Where is that man?
We want the air to be Biafra.
Freedom.
Freedom is very important.
Have mercy on we Biafra.
Those that reside for freedom later came back.
Have mercy on we Biafra and give us a freedom. Have mercy on we.
It's like Edward not really be around.
Yes, Edward not really.
Prophet. We need our leader.
Oh, Biafra get voice, child. Don't go one. Big voice. Big voice. Don't go one. Now go they see to that woman they sing.
The evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate.
God bless us all around.
From the east of God.
Yes.
So Biafra all over the globe. Are you feeling me, Chanting? Why you know I feel you from my location, you know? We are going back to your
Yes, I can see you.
to your roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to
Yes, we are going home.
We are going back
Okay, I saw we're using hand do flag.
But the yes, guys.
Hola. Hola.
Yeah. It's not a Biafra flag on the middle. Where that person don't see Biafra flag. Why Biafra flag? JJS. Flag.
So people are going for it.
Today the world don't know who be prime minister. They don't agree. The one we no agree don't agree.
Yes, sir.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay.
Hello,
yes.
hello.
Yeah.
Biafra Republic. Biafra Republic. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. You have made history today. By the power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023. Thank you.